in the midst of fields and tractors and machinery and animals and all kinds of things like that. But from the minute I can remember wanting anything, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be a drummer, actually. Percussionist, I call myself today, but my first wish was to be a drummer. And so when I was on the farm, and my father would say, "Steve, go out and get some water for the horses," I would walk over to get the water for the horses, and I would be thinking about music. And I would come back with the water for the horses, and I remember one time my dad said to me, "Steve, you're such a dreamer. You have your head in the air. You don't even pay any attention to where you're walking." And at that very moment, I walked into a pile of junk. And my father said, I could just see him. He rolled his eyes and he said to me, and this was good news, "You will never be a farmer." But I remember that moment, not just because it promised something else for my career. I remember the sound it made when I walked into that pile of junk. Because all of a sudden I thought, all of those times I was listening to drums and cymbals, I thought, that's kind of interesting. And I started looking around at that moment for things that made sound. And in fact, I was the happiest was when I found something that made sound and I didn't expect it to make sound. Something that had a kind of secret sound. You know what I mean? Something that you didn't think was anything, and all of a sudden you picked it up. Like a mixing bowl from your mom's kitchen. What I'd like to start is by playing a little example, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, of sounds we just found. They were really just lying around. Anybody could have played them. It didn't take a special musician to play them. All it took was somebody who could listen and look around. So here's a little taste of Schick Machine, and these are all sounds that are just lying around. All you have to do is look for them. I don't really hear a sound yet, do you? Listen. Oh, we'll come back to that. Whoa.
Whoa, man. Did that surprise you when all those things started happening? Has anybody ever played with a super ball? You know, those balls that bounce? This is a super ball and a nail file. Can anybody imagine what this thing can sound like if you play it with a super ball? Listen. What I'd like you to do right now is not to ask a question, but to start thinking of a question, all right? Maybe while I'm playing the next little bit, you can be thinking of a question you'd like to ask.